Are you over 60 and finding it harder to climb the stairs, carry your groceries, or even keep up with your dog on a short walk? You're not alone. After 50, we naturally lose about 1 to 2% of our muscle every year. By 80, that can mean up to a 30% loss of strength. And when your muscles shrink, everyday things like standing up from a chair, gardening, or bringing in the grocery bags start feeling like real struggles. Most people think the only answer is to spend big money on protein powders, fancy cuts of steak, or special supplements that cost hundreds of dollars a month. The fitness industry wants you to believe that. But here's the truth. You don't need any of that. The most powerful foods for building muscle are right in your grocery store, sitting quietly on the budget shelf. In this video, I'll show you 7 protein-rich foods that cost under $3 per serving, and they work just as well, sometimes even better, than the expensive options. And stay with me, because one of these foods costs less than 50 cents, yet delivers more usable protein than some supplements that sell for 20 times the price. I'll reveal that one near the end. Here's the real problem. As we age, our muscles don't just get smaller, they get weaker, and that weakness changes everything. The National Institutes of Health reports that age-related muscle loss, called sarcopenia, is one of the top reasons older adults lose independence. I remember watching my own father slow down in his 70s. When his legs didn't have the strength they used to, climbing stairs felt like a mountain. When his grip faded, even carrying a bag of groceries became risky. And I've seen the same with many older adults. Simple things like bending down in the garden or lifting a grandchild suddenly feel uncertain. Weak muscles don't just limit what you can do. They raise the chance of falling, of getting hurt, of losing the freedom to live life on your own terms. Let me share a story. Evelyn is 74. For years, she was independent, driving herself, tending her small backyard garden, walking her little terrier every evening. But over time, she noticed her legs felt shaky on the stairs. She started asking her daughter to help carry laundry baskets. It wasn't just tiring, it made her feel less like herself, like she was slipping into dependence she didn't want. That's the pain too many seniors face, and yet the answer isn't to surrender. Stronger muscles are possible at any age when you give your body the right fuel. The good news is, those foods don't have to be expensive. Here's the good news. You don't need to spend $200 a month on powders or pills to stay strong. What your muscles really need is high-quality protein that your body can use easily, and that's sitting right in your local grocery store. Over the past few years, researchers have found that older adults who eat simple, protein-rich foods build and maintain muscle just as well as those using expensive supplements. The difference isn't in the price tag. It's in choosing foods your body absorbs well. In a moment, I'm going to show you 7 affordable foods that cost less than $3 per serving. Each one has been proven to support muscle growth, protect strength, and help you keep up with daily life, from carrying groceries to keeping your balance on the stairs. And the most surprising one, under 50 cents, is still waiting for you at the end. If you've ever felt your grip getting weaker or your steps less steady, here's a food that can help right away. I'll be honest, I didn't grow up eating sardines, but when I started looking for foods that could help seniors build muscle without breaking the bank, sardines surprised me. A single can, about $1.25, gives you 23 grams of complete protein. That's the same amount of protein you'd get from a much more expensive cut of salmon. But sardines go further. They're rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which the National Institutes of Health confirms help lower inflammation and protect muscle tissue as we age. Why does that matter? Because chronic low-grade inflammation is one of the silent reasons older adults lose muscle faster. In a long-term study, seniors who ate fatty fish like sardines twice a week preserved more muscle and kept better grip strength and walking speed compared to those who didn't. That's real strength you can feel when you carry bags, get out of a chair, or keep up on a neighborhood walk. Sardines also have edible bones, giving you calcium that supports bone health, another piece of independence that matters when you're over 60. And they're convenient. They don't spoil quickly, don't need cooking, and can be ready in minutes. Mash them into avocado toast with lemon. Add them to pasta. Mix with scrambled eggs, or enjoy them right out of the can with some crackers. Even one can a week makes a difference. The key is consistency, not perfection. So tell me, when was the last time you had sardines? Do you still avoid them? Or are you ready to give them another try for your strength? And if nighttime is when you often feel the aches or wake up sore, this next food can quietly work for you while you sleep. Next on the list is cottage cheese. 1 cup gives you about 24 grams of protein, and a 16-ounce container costs only around $2.50. That's one of the most affordable, high-quality proteins you'll find in the store. What makes cottage cheese special is casein, a slow-digesting protein. Unlike whey, which your body uses quickly, casein delivers a steady stream of amino acids for hours. That's important because aging muscles don't respond to protein as efficiently as they used to. This slow release helps overcome what scientists call anabolic resistance. The National Institutes of Health has reported that older adults who eat protein before bed can build more muscle overnight during the body's natural repair phase. There's also real-world evidence. In one clinical study, seniors who ate cottage cheese at least 4 times a week gained measurable muscle and improved grip strength. Many even scored higher on bone density tests, likely because cottage cheese combines protein with calcium. Full-fat versions are best because the natural fat helps your body absorb vitamin D and other fat-soluble nutrients that keep muscles working well. You can blend it into a smoothie, spread it on whole grain toast with herbs, or pair it with berries for a quick snack. Mary, age 72, began having half a cup of cottage cheese before bed. Within 6 weeks, she noticed she felt steadier on the stairs and less sore in the morning. How about you? Do you usually think of cottage cheese as outdated, or could you see yourself adding it back into your meals? And if you're looking for steady energy that lasts through the afternoon without making you feel heavy, lentils may be the answer. Lentils may look simple, but they pack real power. 1 cooked cup gives you about 18 grams of protein, and a whole pound costs less than $1.50. That means each serving is only cents, making lentils one of the cheapest ways to feed your muscles. What makes them valuable for seniors isn't just protein. Lentils also bring fiber, iron, and B vitamins. The National Institutes of Health highlights that iron deficiency is common in older adults and often leads to fatigue and reduced strength even before anemia shows up. Lentils help close that gap. They also contain leucine, the key amino acid that triggers muscle protein synthesis. Jack, age 70, started eating lentil soup for lunch twice a week. Within a month, he noticed he didn't feel as drained in the afternoons and had more steady energy for his daily walks. Cooking lentils is easy. Red lentils soften in just 20 minutes, making a creamy base for soups or stews. Brown and green types keep their shape, perfect for salads or grain bowls. Pair them with rice or nuts during the day, and you'll cover all essential amino acids. So let me ask, when was the last time you had lentils on your plate? Could this be a new budget-friendly way to fuel your strength? And if you want something quick, you can grab from the pantry on a busy day. Canned tuna is another bargain powerhouse. 1 can, about $1, gives you 22 grams of high-quality protein. That's the same lean protein you'd get from fresh fish at a fraction of the price. What makes tuna stand out is how well your body uses it. Research supported by the National Institutes of Health shows that older adults digest and absorb fish protein more efficiently than many other protein sources, even past age 70. That means more of the protein you eat actually goes into maintaining and rebuilding your muscles. Tuna is also naturally low in fat and calories, which helps seniors who want to stay lean while building strength. The key is choosing tuna packed in water. It's cheaper, lower in calories, and still full of the amino acids your muscles need. Tom, age 67, keeps a few cans of tuna in his pantry. On busy days, he mixes it with chopped vegetables and whole grain crackers for a quick lunch. He says it keeps him satisfied and gives him steady energy for yard work in the afternoon. The FDA suggests adults can safely eat up to 12 ounces of light canned tuna per week. That's plenty for muscle support without worry. So, do you usually buy tuna in water, or do you go for the oil-packed kind? And if you want a breakfast that starts your day strong without costing much, eggs are one of the most underrated muscle-building foods, and also one of the cheapest. A dozen costs about $2.50, and each egg gives you 6 grams of complete protein. That means for just 20 cents, you're getting one of the highest quality proteins available. The quality matters as much as the amount. Studies from the University of Illinois found that eating whole eggs after exercise produced 40% more muscle growth compared to eating egg whites alone. That's because half the protein, along with vitamin D, choline, and the amino acid leucine, is in the yolk. The yolk and the white work together in a way supplements can't copy. Vitamin D is especially important for seniors, since low levels are linked to weaker muscles and more falls. Unlike pills that may not absorb well, the vitamin D in eggs comes with natural fat, making it easier for your body to use. Susan, age 76, started having 2 whole eggs for breakfast with whole grain toast. She said she felt steadier walking down her porch steps and less drained during her morning errands. So let me ask, do you still eat the yolks, or have you been avoiding them? And if you'd like something creamy, easy to digest, and helpful for both your gut and your muscles, Greek yogurt is another affordable protein that works wonders for seniors. 1 cup gives you about 20 grams of protein, and a 32-ounce container costs only around $5. That's less than $1 per serving for a food that fuels your muscles all day. What makes Greek yogurt unique is its mix of whey and casein. Whey acts fast, giving your muscles an immediate boost after meals, while casein digests slowly, providing a steady release of amino acids for hours. The National Institutes of Health highlights that this combination helps older adults maintain muscle more effectively than fast proteins alone. Greek yogurt also brings probiotics that support gut health. A healthy gut makes it easier to absorb nutrients, which is especially important when digestion slows with age. Stronger digestion means better use of every gram of protein. Tom, age 65, added a cup of Greek yogurt to his breakfast routine. Within weeks, he noticed he felt stronger during his daily walk and had fewer stomach issues. You can eat it with berries, nuts, or even use it in place of sour cream. So tell me, what's your favorite way to enjoy Greek yogurt? Plain, sweet, or savory? Dried beans may be the most cost-effective muscle food you can buy. 1 pound costs about $1.20 and gives you around 12 servings. That's only 10 cents per serving for 15 grams of protein, plus fiber and key minerals. Beans don't just feed your muscles, they also support your gut. And the National Institutes of Health points out that healthy gut bacteria improve nutrient absorption and reduce inflammation, 2 things that directly affect how well older adults maintain strength. Chronic low-grade inflammation is one of the hidden drivers of muscle loss, and the antioxidants in beans help counter that. In a long-term nutrition study, seniors who ate beans regularly had better muscle mass, stronger physical function, and fewer hospital visits from falls. That's a big deal when independence matters most. Linda, age 69, started cooking a big pot of beans once a week and freezing small portions. She says it makes meals easier, saves money, and keeps her energized for gardening without feeling wiped out. Black beans, kidney beans, chickpeas, they all work. The key is making them part of your routine. So let me ask, if you had to pick just one type of bean for the week, which would it be? So now you've seen the 7 foods that can rebuild muscle without draining your wallet. And remember the promise I made at the start? The food that costs less than 50 cents per serving? That's beans. At just a dime a serving, they give you protein, fiber, and minerals that rival anything in a pricey supplement bottle. The bigger lesson is this: you don't need perfection. You don't need powders or expensive products. What matters is consistency. Even adding 2 of these foods to your week can give you more energy, steadier balance, and strength to keep up with the things you love. Whether that's climbing the porch steps with ease, carrying in the groceries, or playing with your grandkids without feeling worn out. Staying strong after 60 doesn't have to be complicated. It just has to be doable. And these foods make it possible. If this video gave you value, please tap the like button. It really helps this channel reach more seniors who need it. Subscribe so you don't miss the next simple, science-backed tip for staying strong after 60. Tell me in the comments, which of these 7 foods will you try first this week? I'd love to hear your plan. And if you know a friend or family member who's starting to struggle with strength, share this video with them today. It could be the small step that keeps their independence longer.